everybody, welcome to another episode of EC Details with Eddie Cologne. We had a cancellation today, so I was like, what's a better way than just to get into what I wanted to talk about. Today I want to go over the 5 things you need to know to start a detailing business in 2023. This is my journey. This is how we took it, EC Details. Last year alone, we did 120 ceramic coatings. That's not to brag. That's just to show you what can be. And we did it out of a garage, a home garage. If you look around now, look. So number 1, the first step, you got to get started. Get started. It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing where you spend $50,000 to get a shop started. Someone started somewhere, right? Does that make sense? Like, you didn't learn how to do or walk until you put practice into it. How we started EC Details a couple years ago is that we took $150. I bought a trunk full of crap from AutoZone. I didn't know what I was buying. All I remember, I bought shampoo, a hose gun, some tire cleaner, and I think I have the picture that I saved, because this was the beginning of something that I didn't know was going to take off, right? But if I had to tell you something today, like if I'm trying to encourage you to do something, is get started. And now how you want to get started is you want to get motivated to do it. You want to make sure that if you're going to do it right? Get a website up. It's cheap. WordPress, easy to get a site up. Make sure that you have a business idea or do a DBA online. And then also just don't go crazy. Don't go nuts getting started. Like, you could offer a wash, clay, and seal for $160. So you buy the things to get that started, offer a wash, clay, and seal, and then just get started. Just put the foot forward and get motivated to do your business. Doing this is going to help you do 2 things. Number 1 is going to take you out your comfort zone. Number 2 is going to motivate you to continue. The hardest thing in life is to get started. So I want to encourage you guys to get started. Number 1, get started. Number 2, understand your standard operating procedure, SOPs. Yeah, you know me. I'm going to get in trouble. Anyway, SOPs, right? How long does your wash take? So if I'm doing a wash, clay, and seal, how long does it take? How many steps do I do it? Why do I do the things that I do? You're trying to build efficiency around your products and your procedures. So that way, if you ever get to the point where you get big enough, you're like, I want to hire somebody. They know this is the soap you use. This is the bucket you use. This is the wheel cleaner you use. This is how long it should take, right? And then when you get your standard operating procedures down, you know what products you're using, right? So you're not number 3. So we talked about number 2, SOPs. You want a standard operating procedure. Write it down. When you start your wash, just go around the car, time it. What steps can you cut off? If you're doing a clay bar, can I do a clay bar during the wash process or the soap process, right? You want to find a standard operating procedure that gives you the most effective way of finishing quickly, and it's a great result. So you're not wasting time and money by taking too long. Number 3, I want to go over this. This one is near and dear to my heart. Find a product that works for you and a brand, and don't waste your money. What I mean by that is we get so excited of the things that we see online that we really don't have the opportunity to just hone our skills, right? So we're so focused on, well, I need this product, I need that product, I need this product. It's a mistake that I made that I'm still paying for. Does that make sense? I have compound that's over 1.5 years old. I thought I needed it. Right now, my standard operating procedure for correcting the car has changed. It's been narrow. I narrow focused my products. I made it so it works for me, right? So you want to find a brand that works for you, stick with it. And never buy 12-ounce bottles. That's the dumbest thing you can ever do. If you're running a business and you're doing 12-ounce bottles or 16-ounce bottles or 32-ounce bottles, it's a detriment, long-term detriment. You want to buy gallons that are dilutable. So that way, when you're washing your car, doing a clay, doing a wash, clay, and seal, you know that it's going to cost you $20. So now you know that if I charge $160, I now make $140 after cost, right? So those are the reasons why you want to find a brand and stick with it, right? So if you know your standard operating procedure and you know what brand you're sticking with, I think the number 4 for me on how to start a business is keep growing your skills. You're like, Eddie, what do you mean? Like, guys, if you want to make $5,000 a month, That's a lot of car washes. That's a tremendous amount of car washes. That's a tremendous amount of interiors, right? You're gonna have to volume. You're playing the volume game. But if you could do 2 ceramic coatings a year or a month, or 1 ceramic coating a year, paint correction, 2 washes, you can make $3,000 a month. And then you could turn that into adding PPF to your services. So when you have downtime where you feel like oh man, I'm not getting the business I need, grow your skills. You're like, Eddie, what does that, how do I do that? How do I grow my paint correction skills? All right. When I first started EC Details, I called my boss that I was working for and I said, hey, hey Adam, can I detail your car for free? That word free sucks, by the way, never use it. Nothing free is in life. But I said, can I detail your car? And the reason I said for free is because I wanted to try something I'd never done. You're like, you polished on the car? He gave me his consent, and I did. So I bought a cheap polisher, and they still work great, by the way. And I went to town. I didn't know what I was doing. I watched a lot of videos. I had no idea. A little Hyundai Genesis, right? It was a Genesis, so it's Hyundai Genesis. Right now it's called Genesis. It was 2012. It took me 15 hours. I worked all through the night to get through a panel because I didn't think it was good enough. I didn't know what I was doing. That was that moment, that mastery of learning and getting better is what motivated me to really learn my skill, to really understand what I'm doing. I took trainings. I paid for trainings. I started working on my own car. I started understanding what compound works with what paint and pad. Those things, it started the train. You want to make $5,000 a month, $3,000 a month detailing, you really need to hone your skills and learn a new skill to get you there. So you're offering more, your volume is less, right? You're able to do 2 or 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars a month to get where you want to go, right? You're offering a new service. That's what's going to separate you. You always in this business have to continue learning. How did it turn out? Well, after all that time, it took me so long, it turned out great. But the lessons I learned in it was, why did it take so long? I started analyzing, Eddie, why did it take so long to polish it? So grow your skills. Make it a goal to learn something. You want to be great, right? I heard this one guy when I used to play sports in school, is everyone wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do, right? E.T. said it. And he goes through the process of saying, look, we all want to get the tattoo of the lion on our chest and say, we are a beast, we're a beast. But he went on to tell us a story that the lion likes the hunt. They like the process of the hunt, right? So you want to be a beast, you got to put the work in. You want to be a great detailer. You want to make money. You want your revenues to be high, and you want to get better at it. You need to put things in place. You need to put the process in place to do it. And with that, it's having a growth mindset. It's on your downtime, learn something. If you're not getting clientele, listen, you got to hustle, right? Nothing's given in life. And then number 5, I'm gonna end it with this. It's know your worth. Listen, you're not competing with the guy down the street. You're competing with yourself, right? My prices in Idaho are expensive. I'm not apologizing for my prices. My work speaks for itself. I'm not competing with the guy who has 50 reviews. I'm competing with Eddie who has 21 5-star reviews. I'm not competing with the guy who offers PPF. I'm competing with Eddie. So when you're starting your business, get to the point where you are honing your prices to be what they need to be. You're not the cheapest in town, right? Don't claim to be the cheapest. Nothing's free. That word free needs to be removed, right? You want to use the word included. And know your worth, man. God has created us to be phenomenal. He has allowed us to live this life to be great. And you have to believe that. You have to believe that you're great. You have to believe that you could do it. And there's going to be times, my friend, that you're going to find yourself struggling. You're going to find yourself without clients. You're going to find yourself just hitting your head against the wall. And you're just going to have to put your foot forward and keep moving forward. And know your worth. You don't have to slash your prices in half. Just find the people. Well, Eddie, how do you do it? Listen, when you start your detailing business, right? And I started a while ago. My first client was a car that looked like it should have been on like Mad Details. So it was the worst. Man, it took 8 hours to clean the interior. 8 hours. Yes, Eddie, 8 hours. I wanted to quit. I wanted to stop, man. I was so discouraged. And all of a sudden I said to myself, there has to be a better way. I don't want a client like this again. Well, Eddie, you can't pick and choose. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Take what you do now, right? and build your clientele. In the first year of business, I doubled my prices. You're like, that's crazy in COVID. Why not? I'm offering a service. It's a luxury business we're in. My friends, know your worth. Please don't shortchange yourself. You're worth every penny. But with that, you need to make sure that your work could back up the price. Do you know what I'm saying? Always, always do your best. Don't be that guy that you end up on a YouTube channel where you're charging $2,900 and they have to go to another detailer to get their ceramic coating fixed. Don't be that dude. Own your business. Know your worth. Do what's right by your customers. Offer service, offer customer service, and then do what's right. I want to end this with this. For anyone starting or anyone not sure how to get started, if I had to recap the conversation today, is just start. Know your standard operating procedure. Number 2. Ask yourself, do you really need it, right? Find your brand. Do you really need all this? Do you really need $1,000 steamer? No, you don't, man. You don't. 4, keep growing your skills, right? And number 5, know your worth. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I know I was a little preachy, but I wanted to really encourage anyone who's getting started that you can do it. You can become a detailer. You can run your own business. You just got to put the foot forward. If you'll please subscribe, hit the notification button. Don't miss our next video. I just want to thank you again for the opportunity for hearing me out. And if you made it to the end of this, I worked with Parks Car Detailing for all you starting off. The cost of goods is expensive. Nick was kind enough to offer us a 10% off coupon. I opted out not to get affiliate money. I'm not about that life. God takes care of me. So all you downstairs, if you look at the comment below, it's EC10 at parkscarcare.net. EC10 gets you 10% off your whole order. They sell amazing stuff. And if you need help picking something, reach out to me. I'll help you out. I'll show you what I use. And then stay tuned for the next episode. Appreciate you.